Also playable as Gemini Legionnaire. Yes, you could play Spark Archmage as Gemini Legionnaire. I would recommend looking up One Mana Left or Connor Converse on YouTube. He is doing a Spark Mage with Gemini Legionnaire right now. So I would just yoink whatever he's doing. He's a really good build maker. And I would fully expect the way he's doing it to be very efficient. You just copy and paste and you should be good to go. Sorry, DC, if you answered about the planner, Herax. I did not. You have a planner for this? I do! Exclamation point Pathfinder. I should have that add in the title, that's my bad. Exclamation point Pathfinder will give you a planner link to our current setup. What was the name of the dude? Connor Converse, or here, I'll show you real quick. If you go to YouTube. Connor Converse. He's doing videos on a Gemini Legionnaire right now. I'll link it to you. But yeah, I would say what he's doing with the Gemini Legionnaire is probably very, very efficient. So if you want somebody to follow doing a Gemini Legionnaire with the Archmage, this is what I would go for. I think Gemini Legionnaire will get you, my guess would be Endgame more damage, late game the biggest I think difference between Stormweaver and Gemini Legionnaire is I think Gemini Legionnaire will get more damage potentially, and I think it'll be worse recovery would be my guess. I think that's the main way they're going to differentiate. Gemini Legionnaire also I wouldn't want a league start. Otherwise I would have considered it more heavily, but it's definitely something you want gear to back up because it really, really scales well with gear. Kyorte, appreciate the sub, man. Thanks for the support. Just use the flask. The flask is pretty good. The Melty Maelstrom. There's so many things that are like, holy, that's crazy. It's that good. Makes me wonder what stuff's gonna bite the dust and what stuff's gonna stay. This guy's got expert steel toes. He's got rarity too. This guy has fire res. I could do this. I could steal this guy's bear boots. And then we're still capped for 2D. Yay, we got one to respawn. Nice. I guess I should compare to the ones that are qualityed up and have a socket, but this is fine. The 5-second vest you have on your videos, what's the name of it? And would it be good for the Spark build? It's called the Warriors Invictus. That's what the chest piece is called. It has a variety of roll ranges of what specific mods can happen on it. The chest I was wearing was one with mana per socket and spirit per socket. If you go to the Stormweaver guide, in the FAQ question, I go over the difference between that chest and a rare chest, as well as I should have a trade link for it. But that's the chest piece. And then there's all the mace skills. Yeah, they're gonna have to get rid of the attack time thing. Ain't no shop that's gonna stay. The baseline attack time, you can't scale attack speed and make it ever feel good. Like, I just can't imagine they'll let that stay as is. I cannot picture it. Like the attack time scale with levels, like scale down or something, get rid of it, something. Started an Archmage, Stormweaver with your guidance, amazing, thank you. Awesome, Chillmakesy, glad you enjoyed it. Wow, that's crazy. I was looking at the prices for these jewels prior to I made the video, and that's what I priced this on, and they sell. Dude, those jewels are insane. For those of you who didn't see the video I made, I want to show you that, guys, this real quick. See if I have yeah, I have this. Before I started streaming today, I wanted to showcase the time loss jewels because I think they're really freaking cool. And to set up for the video, I was like, okay, I want to make a jewel with effect and ES, because I was like, this is another way I would use the jewel, because I was just going to showcase ways to use the jewel. And literally, I popped this in the tree to find out the effect is additive with the adorned number. Like, it's just bugged. This 89 is additive with the 30% from the small, which ends up making small nodes in the radius give like 110%. So like this node that would be 15 ES goes to, well, okay, technically it would only go to like 30%, but because I have the 3% small, it goes higher. Jewel abuser. I'm not actually using any bug jewels currently, but this is the example of the bugged interaction. Even if they patched this was like, I wanted to showcase this jewel because I thought it would be really good, not even knowing it was freaking bugged. But then I plugged it in and I was like, what the hell? Because I was just thinking, oh, it'll double dip, right? I was thinking it would be 30% times 2, which would make the small effect node be like 60% effect on small passives. And then you put like the 3% ES or whatever. If Crypt played SSF, you would have like 12k ES and 6,000 recharge. Yeah, it gets a little bit nutty. It should be 60% effect. Yeah. So the idea is this number, this 89 number, you could have a number that said like 50%, and that 50% number would be additive with this 29, and it would go to 79. But for the 89 jewel I have, it goes from 29 to like 118, which makes it multiply whatever's here by 2.18. It's like stupid broken. Basically, just somebody made an error when they were setting up how this mod interacts with adorned. Is there a way things that aren't broken? Oh, there's probably, I mean, there's a lot of things that aren't broken, but there's also a lot of things that are. Yeah, but I was setting up to make this jewel. I kid you not, I made this jewel 4 times before I successfully valed it. I was tilting out of my mind because I was trying to get a small effect ES jewel. And every time I got the jewel, I valed it and it bricked 3 times in a row. The 4th time was the only one that survived. I was basically like buying jewels with like one of the stats, and then I was a null auging till I hit. I spent way too much time prepping for the video to make the jewel because of that. I've done 30 runs without seeing a time loss. Really? 30 runs, Seaton? That's crazy. I felt like I saw a time loss like every other run, is what I felt like it was. They could have nerfed its spawn rate or something. It definitely feels like it has a level requirement. Like, pretty much all the jewels I bought are like all level 80. So, I don't think you see them in the lower level zones much. Or at least, all the ones I could find on trade. Okay, here's a 73. Here's a 68. Okay, so there's some that exist at lower levels, but pretty much every single jewel I bought today was mostly high item level. So, I feel like it's maybe a lot more common in the higher level runs. I got Ingenuity belt on every attempt so far. Dang, dude. Just keep going until it fails you, right? Alright, what was I gonna do? Add a socket and then Valorb, don't screw me. 2 sockets, nice. Nice, okay. So I go Iron Rune. 1039 evasion. Cool. Okay, so we put on these boots. Instead of these ones, let's see. We lose how much energy shield? This is about a 600 energy shield loss, but what happens to our evasion number? Go up 5k, and when I dodge roll, it's how much? 37, 38 versus 44. 90% movement speed. 100% movement speed. Nice. Cool. We'll lose a little bit of ES. I think that's worth. I think that'll feel good for us, just walking around. I'm still not convinced, about this stuff here. I'm not convinced those nodes are worth it. Is this Pee-wee 1 holy? Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? Making the number go up. Okay, I'm going to drop this jewel. And go like this. Refund some passives. Then we'll get this. Look at that. Nice. And then I'll go 2 point here. Yeah, I freaking love these things, dude. I find those nodes worth if you only continue up the evasion movement speed. These nodes, I think they're just not worth it, is kind of what I feel like. I'm probably just gonna swap out of them. I was thinking about that a little bit. Oh, I forgot about something else I was gonna do today. Guys. I was also going to... I made a jewel last night. Where is it? I have it somewhere. There it is. I have a jewel with bonuses gained from equipped quiver and crit strike chance. Hey. And I was going to use it to hit another breakpoint for another level. But in order to do that, I need to hit... One must. I think I need to... How much is this actually giving me? Is it going to tell me how much it's giving me? I think I have to log into my controller for it to display correctly. About how much it's giving me. How do you make adorned jewels without alterations? Oh, alterations still exist, guys. They're called annulment orbs and augs. That's an alteration. You might not think this is an alteration, but this is an alteration. Watch, I'll prove it to you. Well, hold on. First I want to check this to see how much percent. I think it should give me 22. Yeah, that gives me 22. Okay, anyways, here, I'll prove their alterations. Watch. I was using these earlier. Unironically. Alts with more steps? Yeah, basically. Alright, let's take, okay, I have a time loss jewel. Okay, we have a couple time loss jewels here with effect. We have some annuls, and we have some augs. This is what I was, don't make fun of me. This is what I was doing earlier when I was trying to make jewels. It's legitimate, okay? It's legitimate. I was buying jewels with like either ES or small passives in order to be like, okay, I'll annul and then I'll aug. Eventually, I got tired of messaging people and I just bought a bunch of annuls. No! And then I started doing this. And then once I get small passive, I'd be like, okay, sick. Now I need to aug percent ES. Boom. And then if I hit something bad, I go in annul again and I boom. And then I hit cold pen, not really what I'm looking for, boom. And then eventually, and then I kill the good mod. Let's try to save this one. Nope, that one's dead too. All right, so, all right, good mod. Now give me small effect. Nope, we keep going. This is the future, guys. This is the future. This is crafting done right. Trust the process. All I have to do is get 2 ideal stats together. That's all I gotta do. The future is bright. At this point, just add alts back. Well, you have to understand, annuls are way, way rarer. Luckily, they're only 4 exalts right now, but I think when people realize that you can craft like this, they might go up. There's potential for them to go up. I would think at least. Hold on, let me just, I'm gonna hit this jewel. I believe in myself. I can do this. I have what it takes. Every time you don't get an ideal stat, you annul it off, though. You only go for the second AUG if you get a good stat. Like, this large is a good stat. If I hit the large with a small passive, that's worth something. Notable crit is good for my build. So if I hit notable crit with magnitude, we can work with that. Notable crit ES is kind of cool, I guess. I'll put that to the side. Did you try using the adorned diamond? I think you'll get more percent ES. Adorned diamond. What do you mean, Yonko? What do you mean adorned diamond? We were using adorned in this current build with the notable jewels. This game is, guys, it's alteration crafting with one extra click. The thing is, though, the limitation here is the annuls, right? It has to be a pretty high value reason to use an annul, which these small passive jewels, I think, fit that criteria. Right? Wow, that's actually pretty good. Crit chance magnitude. I would use that in this character. Yo, and strength. Hey, I just made an upgrade. I just made an upgrade, guys. That's just better than my attack speed jewel. Freaking worth. I keep bricking jewels. Help. So many divines. Connor, are you annul auging too? Are you an annul aug enjoyer as well? Have you joined the dark art? I'm divine corrupting? Oh, you're divining to perfect and then valuing it? Trying to get like plus int? Is this chancing 2.0? No, I wouldn't say this is chancing 2.0. Chancing requires way more clicks. Like, infinitely more clicks than this does. This is just jewel crafting. Like, I think making these jewels is easier than alting, what's it called? You guys remember alting, like, to make certain jewels in PoE 1 where you'd alt spam? I think this is less clicks. I think the odds are better because there's a lot less stats. Are you gonna update your Archmage build with jewels on max roll? I might wait. I want to wait until the patch because I want that. There's gonna be a patch hopefully pretty soon that's gonna be like, this is what we're doing with Archmage, because I'm assuming they're gonna need to nerf Archmage. And I kind of want to just assess the build as a whole when they do that. But when they do that, I will make changes in terms of recommendations for these jewels, probably. Notable crit chance, no. Shock magnitude, no. Yes, small effect. Dang, that's pretty good too. These are both pretty good. I don't really want to delete these. These are both pretty good jewels. We'll go to the next one. Feels wrong to delete that. We'll list these. I bought 50 annuls. Hold. They're gonna go stonk? Yeah, maybe. Very well. They could go up.
Hello.
What are annuls at right now anyways? There's still like just 4. There's so many annuls on the market. Alright, we'll purchase some more. We'll purchase some more. I'm an annul addict. I can't be contained. The need to annul is strong. Just give me a few more. Just a couple more hits. Can you make a video about how OP annuls are? I'm not planning to make any video. Okay. Okay. All right. It's been a while. It's been a while since we saw a small passive radius. Okay. So what we need here is percent energy shield or upgrades radius. Oh! All right. Never mind. Oh, come on. Now you show up. Dude, I just needed to hit that annul. I would have made the jewel. For shame. We missed it. Just barely missed it. It was right there, guys. Could you see it? Could you see the outcome? I sold the effect energy corrupt for 25D. They're good money. Well, they're really, really strong. They're really, really strong. Okay, last one, I swear. Small passive spell damage. I could probably just sell this as is. Do I sell the percent damage as is? I have two of them in my build. They're strong. Yeah. Valet? No, I don't want to valet. Nah, I go. Come on. Dang it. Oh, now I just baited myself into doing more. Alright, I need to stop. After these 16, I'm done. After these 16, I swear I'm done. I'm not gonna do any more once these annuls run out. I will walk away. I will no longer click any more. I will not let myself get baited. I can control myself. You have 99 more? I shouldn't, though. I really shouldn't. Maybe 20 more. Last 20, I swear. Actual last 20. And then we will start playing the game. I was in the middle, dude. I was in the middle. Ooh, minion small passive. Yeah, minion small passive is good. Minion small passive is pretty good. That's a sell. That's a sell situation. What do I have the other minion small passive at? Let's lower this one. What point could he have bought the jewel I'm looking for? So the jewel we're trying to make is this. Is it super rare? I don't think it's that rare. I mean, it's decently hard. You have to hit it with the nulls and augs, right? It's decently rare, I'd say. Does the item level matter on these things? I don't know if it matters or not. I have a large with increased effect max ES. I don't know how well the rares sell. The rares aren't going to sell anywhere close to as good as the magic jewels. I mean, they'll probably still sell to people, I would think, but the magic jewels are going to be where the money is because of how strong the current interaction is with adorned. And it gets a lot stronger with the bug too. Obviously, the bug's not always going to be considered, but people are no doubt factoring it in currently, I would imagine. It's on people's thought process at the very least. Alright, this is the last jewel I'll do. Last one and then I'm done, I swear. I will walk away. Just one more quick hit. Why am I so addicted to this? Just can't help myself. What would you say is the minimum roll adorned to look for? I have a 33%, sold it, was low. Adorned, with the interaction that's currently bugged, honestly, with small passive effectuals, would be good at like 50%. But after they patch that, I'd say you're going to want to stick to the like 65 and up, probably. Annul plus augment equal alteration, yep. It does. Okay. Okay. One more hit. One more hit. Small passive minion. Okay, we'll keep. We'll keep. There are people that are playing minion builds that want to deal good damage. We will sell. What are we looking for? ES plus small effect is what we're technically looking for. Does chance to chain additional time for terrain affect concoctions? I believe somebody said they tested it and it does not. But I could be wrong about that. I can't stop. Okay, I'm gonna just use every last annul I have. Who am I kidding? I'm too addicted to this. I get one taste of alteration crafting. It's like we're playing PoE 1. This is crafting. This is the stuff. It'd be great if they could chain like magma. Yeah, it would really help the biggest issue concoction skills have, which is their clear, right? I'm using your build on Xbox, but with focus, very comfy. And good last guy, the main one. Glad you liked it, light, easy weight. Hopefully it's working out well for you. Makes me really happy that quite a bit of people are enjoying the character. All right, small effect and a dream. Yes! Yes! Energy shield! Energy shield! Let's freaking go! They do exist! Woo! I feel high. I feel high on power. All right. Now, do I divine this and corrupt it, or do I just sell? Do I just sell and let somebody else gamble? Do I gamble or do I let somebody else gamble? The age-old question. I'll let somebody else gamble it. Somebody else can gamble it. I'm not done yet, though. I have 30 more orbs. How do you search for the jewels? Okay, it's really cooked. The only mods you can search for jewels currently is small passive effect. Luckily, that's the most important mod. And then the mod that says radius, I believe people told me that this means if you put a 2 in it means large. Yes, you see large. These stats you can search. But if you want to search for not those stats, for magic jewels, you have to literally type in the mod name. This is super cooked. You have to type in literally the mod name. Shimmering is the %ES mod name. This will show me a Time Lost Sapphire with Shimmering, which is the ES mod, and it'll show me the small passive effect. The trade guy has not added support for Time Lost jewels yet, basically. It's super cooked. It's not ideal. I'll show you guys what I did earlier. This was like earlier. Okay, when I was making the video, when I was trying to make the video, I was trying to craft the jewel, and I didn't come to the conclusion. Like I wasn't. Oh shoot, I have to type in this. I wasn't ready to accept that I was going to annul an AUG until I hit, and I was trying to buy jewels with the mod. I didn't realize the small effect mod existed, and I went through and I typed like every mod name with the suffix mod for the effect, like manually. Because I was trying to buy the jewels, like some cheap versions of the jewels, and then go annul, and then AUG. It was cooked. I kid you not, I made the jewel 3 times, valved 3 times, and bricked every single time. I didn't successfully make this jewel till the 4th time. I tried to valve this jewel 3 times before I actually, or it took 4 valors before I successfully didn't brick the jewel. So I didn't know the interaction was bugged. I just wanted to make this jewel because I thought it would be a good example of like a good use case. Because it's good without the bug. And then I put it in the tree to find out it was bugged with adorned, and I was like, what the hell? But I spent like 3 hours trying to craft this jewel because I didn't realize I could search the small effect mod. It was a disaster. I figured it out eventually, but what's the bug? The bug is that the adorned number, this 89 number, is additive with the small effect number. So what this ends up doing is when you have adorned and you have this jewel, it says 29 plus 89, which is 118. So this jewel is actually saying 118% increased effect of small passives. So when you put this in, and you look at the small passive nodes, when you put this in and look at the small passive nodes, instead of what this would be, which is 15, it's 32% damage. So it's doubled the small passive power. And this jewel, which is giving technically, it's 3% ES, but then it's multiplied by the 1.89, so it's 5% ES. It puts 5% on ES on each of these, and then it's multiplied by 2 with a small effect. So it's like, it's working correctly with one stat, which is the percent increased energy shield stat, but then it kind of double dips with the small effect. So it's a little bit convoluted, to say the least. But the part where it's additive, I'm pretty sure that's just bugged. It was gonna be good without that, which is why I was trying to make this jewel. But okay, no, I need to stop. I'm gonna be annulling and auging all day. I need to walk away. I don't know. I don't really have the willpower, but I have the willpower. I can do it. I just walk away. Just walk away, Lance. I don't need to keep annulling and auging jewels. I do need gold though, so I'm gonna do this. Go over here. Go steal all these maps. Whoever told me that I can get gold from just selling my old maps, thank you. You're actually my hero. Every time I've ran out of gold to interact with trade, I start selling random maps I have left over. because of that one guy. How are you out of gold? There's no King's March? Listen here, Connor. When you're spending half the day trying to freaking buy jewels that you can't search the mods for, and then you're buying 200 annuls, the gold goes fast, okay? The gold goes fast. You don't understand what I went through for this. Kevin, this is a trade NPC currency war. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a scientist, okay? And I will not be shamed for my scientific tendencies and my desire for the truth. I will not be smack talked because I seek wisdom. This. All of a sudden we have gold. Feed me. There we go.
Hello.
Did you try the diamond? Adorned diamond with the time lost jewel in the tree? Yes, that's what we were showcasing, Smile. That's literally what we were showcasing is the adorned with the time lost diamond. Would you recommend buying Temporalis? Do you think they're going to nerf it? Do I think they're going to nerf Temporalis? I don't think they're going to nerf it yet. I think they might nerf it eventually. But I don't think it's going to happen yet. Alright, let's start mapping. Let's start doing your content. You just got me to buy 100 annuls? I gave you my addiction, dude. I gave you my addiction, dude. You're welcome. Now you too can enjoy the new and improved alteration orb, also known as an annul plus an augment. Congratulations on your newfound addiction to the future. To be fair, I think you can make good money with the crafting lancet. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I think I profited from it already. There's no supply for the jewels in the market. Nope, not really. No, I think they're quite decent. I have an entire stash of time loss, dude. What are you doing sitting on those? Get to work. Start popping them open for the cause. Reduce flash charges. I don't really like that. Not a fan of that. I'm gonna sell that map. Get out of my face. Make sure there's no more reduced charges used. What makes money besides the minion and ES stuff? Technically, every time you hit an effect jewel, you could just sell it. But the big money is when you hit effect plus ES, because that's like the best hit. There's other hits that are going to be pretty valuable, though, depending on what jewel base you're using. Oh, radius size plus effect is good, too. Like, medium or large plus effect is good. Oh, you know what I just remembered? Remember we were gonna improve other gear pieces. The best hit is large plus effect. I just don't think that's even correct though. I think ES plus effect is just better. Well, that being said, what people are paying for and what's actually selling or whatever versus what's actually good is two different things, right? You might be right. Large plus effect might just sell better. You need large and effect in a couple spots. Yeah, I haven't really looked too much on all the different spots. Where do you check the biome of the map? It tells you what biome it is before you enter the map. Or at least it should. Mana consumption? Oh, that's our Eye of Winter. I need a bit more. I need a bit more mana. We just need enough mana for the cast on Ignite to proc. I mean, okay, technically I could manual cast the Eye of Winter. It wouldn't be the worst thing ever. We could do that as well. Okay, I saw somewhere, I don't know where I saw this at, but I feel like I read it somewhere. Some guy I think was commenting on a video or something that the Herald, if you reserve on your weapon set 2 and you have like a high damage weapon, it still gets the effect. Even if you're using a weapon set 1 like a Widow Hail. Does anyone know if that's true or not? Like, is it a way for us to do Herald if we wanted to? It does. That is true. Interesting. I wonder if that's intended or not. Because that seems kind of crazy. We could actually do Herald then if that works that way. I have a link for the biome, but I got squashed by Nightbot. Here, I'm gonna permit you to link it. Sorry about that. Nightbot, he's pretty zealous with timing out links.
Easy trophy.
Rip stream? No. I was just coughing. I've been sick for I don't know a week now or something. I keep hoping I'm gonna wake up one day and not be sick, but I keep waking up and I'm still sick.
Nowhere to run.
I don't want to take off my hoodie. Gonna overheat. Too hot in this. Too hot in this. Whew. I do feel like my character's jerking around a lot. I'm assuming that's just a server thing though. I don't think it's on my end. This was happening yesterday too, I felt like. Which ascendancies did you settle on? Right now I have the more charged flask node, the explosive concoction node, the extra passive node, and the sustained life flask node. I think there's an argument for just the mobility node instead of the sustained life node, but that's what I currently have. Overall, Pathfinder is basically just completely getting carried by the concoction skill, I think. Because the nodes I pick after concoction just aren't super comparable, I feel like. The shutter started with last hotfix for me too. It fixed it by manually deleting the shader cache. Oh, really? So it wasn't just a like a server side lag latency issue for you. I'm getting constant lag blips every 30 minutes. I don't know how to I don't know how to pull up the thing. I know on PC if I like press the tab or whatever I could see the you pull up the latency window, but I don't know how to do that on controller to be honest. I don't know what the keybind is for that. I always just restart my PC and that fixes it. Well, that's not an option for me. Not an option for me. Dextral coronation, only add suffix. That probably is not actually worth anything. I'm gonna let that run out of deferral. Because that's not an expensive omen. I don't think it is. To activate Herald bonus without reservation, you need to assign all of your primary skills to your main weapon, the first weapon. Then place the 3 heralds on your second weapon. Be sure the only heralds are equipped on the second weapon, and that should work. Wait, so it gives you the heralds without even reserving them? I was thinking it was a way to just like snapshot the damage. Are we above 70 movement speed? We're at like 90 currently. If it gives you them without reserving, I don't want to do that because that's just bugged. I could kind of see the scenario where it's like snapshotting the weapon and that makes some more sense, but that's add it to the L bug list. Add it to the list. The list is long. Does anyone know, bomb trips? What kind of chest do I need to look after at the end of Trial Sycama 4th floor? Time Lost is probably the most valuable. Royal is probably the next. Basically the 2 jewel chests. After that, I'm not too sure. Those maybe Arcanist gives you a chance to get potentially let's say it's maybe gives you a chance to get what's it called? Divine orbs, maybe? Spectrum chest. Ooh, what's spectrum chests? I don't know if I've even seen one of those. Has a grand spectrum. No, that must be pretty rare then. I don't think I've seen one of those. Or I didn't even realize what it was. Like I wasn't even looking for it. I probably just haven't found one.
Prepare yourself.
I ran over 50 runs, haven't seen one. Yeah, I did a decent amount early on, but I don't think I even knew that was a thing. I didn't know where the grand spectrums came from. Do you show your auras? It's in the exclamation point Pathfinder. That should give you the link to the planner of the character, which has my reservations.
An easy trophy.
It gave me a sapphire with the res. What is that the like the least valuable one? I'm guessing the most valuable one's the spirit one probably. Because minion builds. I've done probably 100 Sekimas and I found about 5 chests. So 1 in 20. I can see that. Sounds legit. Hello, Citadels. Where are you? I've come to bargain. Okay. So, I meant to do this earlier, but I kind of forgot. I got this jewel, right? I made this last night, right after I ended stream. It's a bonus to equipped quiver. 22%. I think these notes are 80, right? Yeah, 50 plus 30, 80. If I get a 298 bow, I'll get +1 level. What's the difference in a 298 versus the one I have? Let's see. Widow Hail. This thing. Get rid of this. 298. 15 divines, and it has no sockets. This one has attack speed. What the hell was this guy thinking? 29 divines? Okay, I'm doing some recalculation on this. Is this worth it to me? I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure it is. I might give up on the hitting the breakpoint for a level for the time being. I don't think I want to drop 30 divines on the bow. That's kind of too much, man. I might just sell the jewel I made. Buy the attack speed one and then hope they give you the ability to remove runes. Okay, that is a strategy. That is a strategy which could work. I don't think I want to try that though. I don't think I'm as much of a believer in that strategy as you are. I don't think I'm there mentally. I don't have what it takes. Eventually I'll go CI. Probably, maybe. I don't know. My ES is really bad. I don't think I can go CI, probably, with this character. These gain mods I haven't done. It would be an easy resell. Yeah, the jewel would be an easy resell. What can I sell this jewel for anyways? Fletching Emerald of Deadliness. Let's try that. I guess the takeaway here is I need a better that's probably the better play is I need a better bonus quiver jewel that allows me to get a cheaper bow. Is what I need to do. Okay, so our jewel's actually worth a decent amount. Try to sell it. And I guess we could just use one of our other jewels for the time being. There, we'll do that. That will be okay, I think, for the time being. Are the Citadel bosses affected by Waystone mods? I think so. They're a part of like the map or whatever. I would assume they get affected by stuff. I don't know why they wouldn't. All right, let's keep traveling northward. Onward to destiny. I really hate that people don't message the trade messages. Yeah, it's a plague right now. So often it's, oh no, somebody messaged me for my item. I better not respond, completely ignore them, and then change my price. That's like the current system people are operating under. It is the most obnoxious. Trade has rarely ever been this obnoxious before, I feel like. Not to this extent, at least. I just want to get a 220 Widow Hail. Oh, because you hit the breakpoint at the 80% increased effect or whatever. A 270 is only one divine, but a 220 should be like a couple exalts, so yeah. I would say I had a 220 laying around, which I did, but I may or may not have vendored it because it was corrupted. And I was depressed after my gamble failed. What if my item, what was on trade for 15 days, could sell for 15 exalts instead of 14? I'm gonna miss on the profit. I'm not gonna miss on the profit. You gotta be kidding me. Shut your mouth. Yep, that's the mentality though. That's the mentality. Something like that. I don't know if it's just like if it's new people to PoE or it's I don't know what it is, to be honest. I like to blame Deadeyes, but with the amount of people doing it, I can't say it's just the Deadeyes. It's a more widespread epidemic of some kind.
You won't escape.
Which cores are in your bow? Elemental damage with attacks is what I currently have.
Scream all you like. It won't help you.
Leave us ranger players out of it? Listen, you know you're guilty. Don't try and lie to me. Boss is so troll. Yeah, his phases are kind of hilarious. Yeah, this is the thing we could have done for crit, but with how much speed we get from the boots, it's just not worth it. Ranger's the worst defender by a mile. I kind of feel like it is too. You're one of us now? I don't know what you're talking about. I am still a man of honor, okay? When somebody messages me for an item, I invite them and I sell the item. Okay? Ask around, okay? People will tell you the same. They'll say, I messaged Lance and I have never had him not respond to a trade invite outside of being literally AFK. They'll say things like that. I once saw Lance die in a boss fight because he went to respond to a trade. He lost all of his loot for it. I still remember Lance messaging a guy that had an item listed for 5C that was over 2 months old and relisted that I had mispriced it. Yep. It's wild the amount of times I've heard mispriced on an item that had been up for trade for an extended, like, long period of time. I once saw Lance die in a boss fight. Okay, well, give the context, okay? I went to, like, respond to a trade or something, okay? There's no way I died in the boss fight without, like, exterior issue going on, you know? Was that not the completion of the map? Excuse me? I thought I saw the red thing. Map complete. Am I getting robbed here? This build, good for mapping, looks bad for me. Well, if it's bad for you, don't play it. I like it. I'm playing it. You think no, you know like, you know play. Simple. Can I just not traverse this? Oh no. I can traverse this. I can't go this way. That's not a good sign. Go this way instead. The Concoction Shield survived next patch. Would you recommend this one? Ice or poison? I don't know, to be honest. Ice has the good crit, so you can just go hit base scaling with freeze. Poison has the prolift, so it's probably better on clear. Fulminating, you get shock scaling. I don't really know, to be honest. This one has the ignite. I feel like, I don't know. Freeze or poison's probably the play. I have no real clue. It's honestly pick whatever color you like. They're all pretty OP just because they're scaling. They're base damage scaling with levels. It's just too easy, too cheap. So you can't really go wrong. I want to do ice. Yeah, I bet ice would be pretty satisfying. The shattering sound and stuff. You know, you can have Herald of Ash for free. Are you talking about the Herald of Ash where I have to reserve something for it? I don't want to do the thing where it gives me the Herald without reserving anything. That just feels like cheating. It's my level 87. We're almost 90. Oaksworn. I should Valorb the shield.
The past continues to influence the present.
Old Lands would have been already finished with this map. You guys do realize I'm walking around with 90 movement speed, right? I'm not going slow. I think too many people are on Spark Brain. I think too many people have an just irredeemable case of Spark Brain. I think I was watching. Oh, I think I was looking at a Mathel video, and he was running around with the fulminating concoction. I think is what he was doing. And there was like multiple comments of being like, "Oh my word, this clear is so bad. I couldn't imagine using this clear." And I was like, these guys have just an irredeemable case of Spark Brain. It's so far gone. It's already happening. Already getting the people complaining about clear speed on a character if it doesn't instantly kill the entire screen. Because that's apparently normal to them. There's gonna be a lot of people, yeah, I don't know. It's like Spark and the Herald auto chain thing for free, basically. Spark gets nerfed and the game becomes unplayable? That wouldn't be unplayable though. The game's still 100% playable. It's just, some stuff's just OP. Stuff needs to get balanced. Day of Reckoning will be upon us, guys. The Day of Reckoning.
Racing.
Use Herald, please. It's free. Guys, it's not free. It's 30 spirit. I don't want to use a herald that is reserving without me having to reserve it. It's just not supposed to work that way. I'm not a dirty bug abuser, okay? I'm ethical. Above board. Ah! Get me away from this stupid tornado! Archmage reserves 100 spirit. Yeah. What were we talking? We were talking about Archmage. I was talking about Spark. Getting banned because of Herald Bug. I don't think they're gonna ban anyone for Herald Bug. I think they're gonna ban people that are duping and server and instant crash rollback abuse, stuff like that. I don't think they're gonna ban because people have like an extra Herald running while they're playing. The Herald Bug. Apparently Heralds can be on without reserving anything. If you have them active in your like second weapon set, then they work in your main hand. Just a bug. One of many. We're gonna have some banger patches coming. I'm using 3 bugs in this build. All right, name them. Vamp. Name the 3 bugs I'm using. Because I think there's only one thing I can think of that is bugged. And I can't say with 100% certainty it is a bug. I think the bow damage skill on my quiver is bugged. I think like 90% that's not supposed to be working that way. 10% of me thinks maybe it's the thing where they're making whatever weapon you're using, the percent damage to that apply to the concoction. So that way you have some sort of scaling that works with both the concoction you're using and the other skill you're using with your build, right? Adorned and Jewels, I'm literally using not a single bugged interaction with Adorned. Adorned I have in, and the thing I'm using with Adorned works exactly how it's supposed to. The thing I showcased in the video was demonstrating the best way to use currently, but it was something that I set up to showcase because it was strong regardless of the bug, and I found out the bug after the fact. None of this is bugged, what I'm using right here. This is working exactly how it's supposed to work. I'm calling GGG. What's a good anoint for your Spark Archmage build? Cheap anoint that's decent, you could go for... Frazzled's pretty solid. Magnitude and mana regen. Glad you joined your stream. Thanks, my jazz. Frazzled, solid. Lightning Rod, solid if you're rich. You could go defensively. You could go for Freeze Anoint. I like that one for dealing with freeze. Is the AoE mystery solved? The AoE mystery? I mean, AoE is just bad. What's this thing? Belly of the Beast. Is this rare? Nope, not rare. I want to show you something I've been working on, Kanacha Plays. Sure, we can check it out. What you doing? Is this lightning rod with ball lightning? I think a lot of people have been doing this, or at least this isn't the first time I've seen it. Maybe you're doing something else with it too, though. The unique, you silly Lance. Some of the uniques are valuable, okay? Maybe Belly of the Beast is like a T0 rarity and then randomly has value. This is also bug abuse? Guys, what is he doing that's bugged? Seems... I guess I'm missing what's the difference. You're doing the proc via the Infernalist. Time loss emeralds can roll 7% quiver effect. 3 notables is 21 with adorned 89. That's 39 on 1 jewel. Much easier to hit a breakpoint. Yes, that would be easier to hit a breakpoint. That'd be a more cost-effective way to hit a breakpoint. I don't want to do that because I want to use these jewels with the stuff where I have notables in the range. Because I really want to scale up the magnitude for the ignite, essentially. Okay, I can go there now. It's gonna let me. It's gonna let me go. I was joking about is it rare? Oh, I completely went over my head. That's my bad. How much effect does your Widow Hail have? Mine is a 285. I didn't want to fork out for the higher effect ones, but that being said, if I want to hit the breakpoint for another level, I need a better effect. So, I'll work towards that. What do you think about heavy ammunition for Spark as an offensive annoying? I don't know what that does. Can you tell me what the stats are of that? It might be good. I'll miss my concoction with a Pathos drop. There's so many things that are bugged that a lot of the stuff that's just OP might have another day of survival. Like, I could see them not nerfing Spark just to go around fixing bugs. Heralds will get destroyed and so will my clear speed with it. Oh, you mean using the part where you can have a high base damage weapon in your offhand? Yeah, that might be gone. I don't know. I think they're gonna do bug fixes before they do nerfs, but we'll see. They might do a mixture of both. 8% reduced attack speed with 40% proj. Yeah, that'd be solid. If it's a cheap anoint, sounds good to me. 40% damage is good. Percent damage is premium stat. We're doing it with just a Widow Hail. Oh, do you just have like a really high flat damage Widow Hail so you can actually do base damage? If you're not doing anything that's like giving you a free Herald, I guess maybe that Heralds chaining off themselves might be examined, maybe. Heralds triggering each other, yeah. I could see that being under scrutiny. Better way to reallocate passive weapon swap points. I remember there was some other way to do it that isn't fully, but reallocating. There is. I don't know how I don't know how it's done either. I still forget. I don't really remember, unfortunately. How survivability your build? Oh, it's decent. Not very strong, like OP. But it's pretty fine for red maps, which is what I've been doing for the past day. We just have really high evasion. Permanent uptime of a pretty high effect flask. And then 3k base. Our biggest weakness is we don't have good one-shot threshold. But we have good evade, good movement speed, so it's hard to get hit by attacks.
trophy.
Is Mahawaddles better or focus? Depends how good your focus is. I believe you need a very good focus to be competitive with Mahawaddles. That's my personal belief. If Mahawaddles is... If the focus isn't like 40% more damage, I would use Mahawaddles.
Such ancient power.
How's the bossing? I haven't done any bossing yet. I'm only level 87 on this character. I'm gonna respect your Sork build. I'm level 69, but I don't understand which point is in your skill tree. How do I see it? Level 69. You would look at the Act 5 to 6 tree, probably, is what you want to look at. I have trees that progress from like Act 1, 2, Act 3, 4, Act 5, 6. I might have something that says early maps, but I think that might be combined with 5 and 6. You pretty much just do the tree that is closest to your amount of passives, and then start speccing towards the other nodes within the later trees type of thing. Is there a build you'd suggest once Archmage gets the nerf hammer? Spark? Once Spark gets the nerf hammer, is there a build you'd suggest? Yeah, Spark. Here's the thing. They have to nerf Spark a lot for me to choose a different skill. Spark, in my opinion, is a lot better. A lot better than the options next to it. Oh shoot, this guy messaged me a while ago. Sorry, I am blind. Why is this guy named Captain Snacks 9? I would like to take this moment to say this is not bogged. This is a legitimate trade deal. Well done, agent. Don't say well done. No, there were no agent propaganda. You think it'll still be viable after getting nerfed? WWE used to Blizzard things where things become playable for the next 2 years. GGG's track record from my experience over the past, I want to say 3 years, I would give a skill if it's getting nerfed an 80% chance that it's still going to be relatively viable or even good. Sometimes they do, like, okay, if it was longer ago, they used to be more like scorched earth about it. They used to nerf things with a much more serious level of decimation. But the experience I've had from the past 3 years, the balance has been relatively tame. Like, just enough to make people, like, not think it's the best type of thing. That's how it's been. But the thing is, we're in early access. They might feel a lot more free to be a little bit more wild with the changes they make. So we shall see. It took 2 years for Spark to die. Spark never died, by the way. Spark's still good in PoE1. Basically, what my thought process is, they'd have to nerf Spark by a very large amount to make it not one of your top choices, and I don't think they're gonna nerf it that much. That's just my thought process. I think they have to nerf it way more than they're gonna be willing to nerf it.
Quick and lethal.
People saying Spark died like we didn't delete Sellers League with Spark and Tormented Chance. People saying Spark died just don't know what they're talking about. Spark is still one of the best skills in PvE1. Spark's just always something that's... It just has very good late game scaling. Like, if you can get the prod speed for it, if you get the skill effect duration for it, it's a skill that will hit the entire screen. You don't have to aim. It has very high quality of life. It meets all the quality of life requirements. The problem is, can you get it to do enough damage? And if you can get it to do enough damage, it's very, very good. It's a very, very feels good build if you can get it to do that. And usually you can. Just a question of how much it's going to cost you. Whether or not it's a cheap, you can get it to do everything, or an expensive, you can get it to do everything type of thing. Got the number and a half, we'll be fine. Yep. We'll see what they do. I don't know. They gotta nerf a lot of things. They gotta bug fix a lot of things. We'll see. They're coming back to a lot of stuff on fire, so changes are gonna be coming in hot soon enough. Its mechanics are just superior. Yep. Exactly. It just has very, very strong mechanics. And PoE 2 Spark's mechanics are even stronger. Like, Spark in PoE 1 is like 10 projectiles. Spark in PoE 2, 20 projectiles. Spark in PoE 1, kind of slow base prod speed. Spark in PoE 2 starts out fast. I don't know. It's just like some fun. It's kind of funny. What PoE 1 Spark is like. In PoE 1, it's 100 times the damage? Are you just comparing, like, something you shouldn't be comparing? Are you just talking about base numbers? That's just a balance issue, right? Of how much monster HP, stuff like that, versus how much damage X skill does at X level. Like, endgame bosses in PoE 2 are 30 million HP. Endgame bosses in PoE 1 are 100 million with 70% less damage taken, which is like 400, right? You do like 400 million damage equivalent or something like that. The difference in having to deal 10x the damage. Good ways to search time loss jewels. It's literally searching by their prefix and suffix name for magic bases. Outside that, searching for rares, it's freaking a nightmare, is what it is. If they reduce barrage, we have spell barrage now that people don't even take. Yeah, well, it's just irrelevant to take them with how many projectiles we already have, right? But we will take them if we have to. Do what's necessary. If I'm running your Spark build and I'm level 80, not 93, you start grabbing nodes towards the nodes that get you to 93. Like, so let's say you open up my Spark build planner. You're looking at this tree, right? You have this tree, which is like This tree's actually like level 80. You could literally just copy this tree. This tree's about level 80. But the difference between this tree and this tree is, technically it's a swap of the early nodes, but then it's like reaching out to grab the crit stuff over here, going CI, stuff like that. It's just a gradual, you start filling out the tree, you know, start picking stuff. Stuff that you don't have yet. Do I like Witcher 3, Hearthstone, WoW, D2 background music? I think I have those on multiple different tracks.
Bones to dust.
What's my current movement speed? I think it's about 90 currently. $85.5 is my current movement speed. I could sacrifice damage to go more movement speed, but this feels pretty good as of currently.
What luck?
Is it necessary to get 600? I'd say 500 with 3 sockets is good enough. My setup by showcase with Mahowaddles is 550 with 3 sockets, for example. Where are my citadels? They're out here somewhere, guys. I'll find them eventually. They can't hide forever. Is an energy shield roll worth anything on Mahowaddles? Yeah, a little bit. The most important part is the soul core part, but the higher the percent ES, the higher flat ES you get from it, which is more mana.
I shall overcome.
If I want to look up Spirit against Darkness, set your minimum price at 15 divines and start scrolling. It is a nightmare to search for.
Quick and lethal.
Against Darkness jewels are not fun to buy. I found a rage on hit. Ooh, I should get rage on hit on my character. Rage on hit works with it's just any attack, right? Is rage 1% more damage per? Oh, it's melee hit. Oh, never mind. Dream is dead. 581 is exactly as good as 649. That's not true at all. I think you meant to say 601. The breakpoint is every 50%, not every 100. It also depends on what stat you're talking about. Like if you're talking about 2% mana, it's every 50%. If you're talking about rarity, which is a 10% roll, it's every 10. How's Endgame on controller? For Spark, very chill to play. For Concoction, it's a bit problematic in terms of aiming at the wrong enemy, but it's still a good time.
Slow.
Biggest issue with controller by far is inventory management, trading, stash management, stuff like that.
Come in handy.
Talking about mana, yeah, it's every 50. It's so 601 is the same as 649. 551 is the same as 599. It's not a breakpoint every 100%. It's a breakpoint every 50%. Because you get you know 50% of 2 is 1, right? I play controller because I like it. Gameplay is fun. Gameplay on mouse and keyboard is fine too, but this is like way more chill. My fault? No, you're all good, dude. I was just trying to make sure we weren't telling that dude the wrong thing. Should I roll my breach rings for attributes or for mana? For which build? If you're talking Archmage, ideal stats are mana, cast speed, mana regen, and then if you can get int, fantastic. If you can't, not the end of the world. Which spirit gem are you using? I have Wind Dancer, Ghost Dance, Cast on Ignite for Eye of Winter crit, and I have something else. Oh, Alchemist Boon. I have Alchemist Boon with the Herbalism. You could use Font of Rage for Rage. What's Font of Rage? Is that a support gem? Objects created by support gems, Font of Rage. Get 2 rage per second to you and allies. Oh, interesting. There's a support gem. For placeable stuff. I don't know, man. I don't think I really want to care that much about placing stuff. It could be worth doing, though. Works on Bell and Orb skills? Yeah, that makes sense. Still don't know if that's something I want to mess with, though. I don't know if I care that much.
Such ancient power.
Consider casting as a line of text. Support spell hits enemies and you cast yourself, but socketed it in a trigger spell in your guide. Is this intentional? Yes, currently in game, the consider casting works with the triggered skill. When they fix it, I will change it. I'll update it, but currently it works and it is a very good link there. You can even check it yourself. Like pop in the support, take it in and out. You'll see the damage number update.
I shall overcome.
I got a decent corrupt. What did you hit? Ooh, Dex, nice. Not too shabby at all. If I want to do Desperate Alliance run, do I need to put a token with an area level 80 or can it be done on an easier token? It needs to be at least a token that has a 4-floor sanctum. Given it requires you to fight the 4th floor boss. If you do a 3-4 Sanctum, it won't work. But yes, you can do like a level 75 Sanctum or whatever. Extra live, yuck. I don't know how to get the PoE2 wiki to show up on the freaking search bar. I will literally type PoE2 wiki. I'll type a search like this, and then I'll say, I don't know, let's just say some random mechanic like evasion. And it won't give you the PoE2 wiki. And then freaking Vextra Live is there. This is like PoE1 stuff. No PoE2 wiki, no PoE2 wiki. Add net to the end of your search. Okay, that's still not right. Basically, the way I've done it so far to actually get it is I like manually type in PoE2wiki.net. I just type it all the way in and then I go like this. I changed my settings in Chrome. What's the setting you have to change? Just bookmark it? Oh, that's a good idea. That's like, you know, that's the play. Just bookmark it. Oh, okay, yeah, you guys are geniuses. That'll work fine. The old bookmark. How did I not see that before? An absolutely ingenious solution. Do you know if the Mahawaddles is round up or round down? Round down. It rounds down. 550 will, or 570 will give you the same as 550. It'll be 11%. Most of the stuff is round down. The only example of round up that occurs that I know of so far is when you corrupt an item and it applies a positive multiplier and you get above 1.5, it will round up. That's the only example I can think of like a round up currently. There might be others, but... Holy, what the hell was that? This is bogus! Freaking DD on death explosion garbage. Let me go back and let me look at the freaking. It's always getting lured back into the loot. Every time. Always getting lured back into the loot. Ran back to a pack he killed, yeah. The ultimate mistake. Going back to a monster I had already killed. Heaven forbid. General GGG rounding rules. If it helps the player, round down. If it hurts the player, round up. Classy. Dead monsters are the most dangerous, for real. Holy. The moment fear entered my system was the moment I had won the fight. Because I knew at that point I was in the most danger. Because that makes sense, right?
Ready. Quick and lethal.
Are you kidding me? No. No, did I die to another DD situation? What did I even die to? Oh, you gotta be. Ah! Why? Freaking why? I don't even know. I have no idea. XP gone? Yeah, that's super tilting. The back-to-back dying to something that blew up on the ground that I can't see. Holy. Man! I lost my expedition! Oh! That could have been a logbook! Use Spark and call it a day. GG. Why would I do that, man?
I shall overcome.
Because I died a couple times on death effect. No shot. I'm here to game. To live life.
Barely broke a sweat.
Note to self, don't stand on enemy corpses. I bought the shield, but it doesn't give better damage than my 300 ES plus 2 gem focus. The point isn't that it's the best damage. The point is, it's the best well-rounded option. Your focus, most likely... Well, it depends what your Mahawaddle setup you have is, but your focus most likely is only like 15% more damage. I wouldn't use a focus unless it was like 40% more damage, because I'd rather have the better mana sustain, the faster cast speed, and the extra 25 block. That's the point of doing Mahawaddles versus focus. That's my own personal preference, though. If you are just a DPS whore, then by all means, click focus for 10% more damage. You do you, man. I'm telling you what I recommend, but that doesn't mean you can't make your own decisions and die more often. Or maybe you'll die less. Maybe that 10% defense or 10% damage is the difference in you killing the enemy fast. Focus is like 40% more damage. To give 40% more damage, you need an insane focus. Link me your focus that's 40% more damage, and link me your Mahawaddles. And link me the damage numbers. Because right now, I'm going to either assume you have a mirror tier focus, or you're a liar, or you can't do math. Or you compare to a bad Mahawaddles against a good focus. Because to hit 40% more damage, you need an insane focus. Gemeline Blink doesn't need Temporalis to get blinks. Cooldown low. All the CD on the tree. The unique shield is free Temporalis. I don't know about free Temporalis, but it's... You get to blink a lot more often, right? I mean, Blink's base CD cooldown isn't that, like, high, right? It's 3 seconds, so if you get a lot of CDR, you can get it down to, like, 1 second. What do you think about using Temporalis? You could use Temporalis. Temporalis good. Blink fast. I think that's what Sushi's doing. My focus pumps my damage from 150k to 250k. So you're saying your Mahawaddles beforehand was 150 and your focus was 250. Can you link me both? That's insane difference. I want to do a melee build with Temporalis. No one's stopping you. What's stopping you is melee, probably. Because the melee skills aren't very good, right? They're a little bit rough. Wait for patch notes to reroll the dead build. I think play game. I'm at 30k. It's a 90% copy. You're just it's just a gear difference, is what it is. Hey, are any of you guys talking about these numbers with focus gonna link me your focus compared to your Mahawaddles? Like, I don't know how to say your name at all because it's a bunch of freaking squiggly line symbols. But you're the one who was talking smack earlier. You gonna link your focus and Mahawaddles? You gonna back up the smack you're talking? High DPS still baffles me. I guess it's a combo of small upgrades. Every upgrade makes a huge difference. More than the last upgrade. Even if they're like smaller upgrades, as you keep upgrading your gear further. Because it's like an exponential stacking factor. Because you have a lot of things that multiply together. They probably have some missing stat elsewhere, like not having percent damage. Yeah, I could see that. Like they don't have percent damage on any of their gear pieces. And they have a double percent damage on their focus.
An easy trophy.
Because to get a damage difference between those that's that large, you need an insane focus. Why don't you just use both Mahawaddles for maps and focus for one-shot boss? You don't. The thing is, you one-shot boss regardless. And focus isn't the difference on not one-shotting versus one-shotting. That's the whole point. The point is focus is a small damage upgrade over Mahawaddles. Unless you have an insane one. And I'm talking like insane. Like very, very good. This is not an insane one. You would definitely use a Mahawaddles over this. Insane is like a T1 mana roll, T1 spell damage roll, +2 crit chance, and cast speed. Like something like that.
Submit.
Genebu has a mirror service focus. Genebu already... Genebu. You mean somebody else has a mirror service focus and Genebu is leeching? Oh my goodness. I was hopeful and dreaming to myself that people wouldn't keep propping up that leech on society. But it seems to still be the case. The RMT crowd pays too good, I guess. Is your filter public? I'm too lazy to make one right now. The filter I use is CDR's filter. If you go to the Stormweaver guide at the bottom, in the FAQ, there is a what filter, and has a link to the CDR GitHub thing to download. Did you see the mirror to your wand? I saw a wand with int instead of crit for spells. I was disgusted. They have all slots perfect now. How much do we think the odds are that that a lot of the mirror tier items that randomly popped up the past couple days are just all bug abuse items?
What is it?
Because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying there's enough omens in the economy. I'm swapping between these two. And focus has more damage. Yeah, it has more damage, but by how much? What is your actual numbers? What is the tooltip change? Like the before and after. Who's 90% of the items which are mirror tier are probably bug abused? Yeah. Original 64 versus 60k. Yeah. So that's not even 10% more damage. My whole point is I care about the overarching picture. Would I rather have 5% more damage, 10% more damage, 15% more damage, or have better mana sustain, 25 block, and overall a better surviving character with slightly lower DPS? That's the point I'm making. My threshold for focus, if I was going to use a focus over Mahowaddles, is it would have to be about 40% more damage. That's the point where I would say it's worth losing the defense. But to do that, you need an insane focus. That's the point. I got a 560 on and bricked it on the crop. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. UI, enjoy Jewel. If it wasn't made on stream, it was probably abused. Yeah. Oh, let's just take a look at them. Wand. Because I think we can look at the, I think we can look at the weightings on Craft of Exile. I think Craft of Exile has weightings too. Is Icebreaker go to on Maul auto setup? If you do not have a solution for freeze, I like that, and then use a stun charm. Okay, so we have one with gain fire. Okay, so they have one with mana regen they went with instead of going for crit. There's also one with int. No one with spell crit yet, though. I think spell crit's the best stat. Mana regen and int are both good, but I'd rather have spell crit. Now let's go look at the weighting of these mods. I think Craft of Exile has it. Okay. This is not PoE2 Craft of Exile. Is this? One hand weapons. Wand. Yeah, so they are lower weighting. 100 weight versus 1100 weight. 1 in 57 when you hit spell damage. 1 in 57 to hit T1 lightning damage. 175 for the +5. Is cast speed lower weighted too? 150 weight It's low weighted too. They don't have perfect mana, but still. How many omens of like whittling and stuff aren't even on the market? $200? Not dextral. Omen of sinistral annulment. 4. A grand total of 4 exist online. I don't. Yeah. Nah, man, nah. No, those ones are bug abuse for sure. There's just not even enough. You could literally have all of the currency on the entire market instantly ported into your character, and you couldn't make that wand. You could have literally every single omen in existence currently on trade, and you wouldn't make that wand. I don't buy it. Those are bug abused for sure. You know there's a bug or is it speculation? I think it's a known bug. People have been talking about instance crashing to reset and not lose your currency for the past like 5 days. I've heard people talking about it. Why is no one friends with him? He seems nice. If you're talking about Genebu, it's oh, there's a lot of drama. You could try to go look it up, but like I meant Belton. Oh, there's drama with Belton too. A lot less than there is with Genebu, but there's still drama.
Prepare yourself.
So Grog didn't give details because he didn't want people using it. Yeah, you don't want to freaking publicize how people are doing it. Probably that makes sense, but the high-end PvE crafting world's very dramatic. Yeah, a lot of it's I don't know what's the proper word. Well, there's multiple factors. Right. For Belton, for him, it's a bit of an ego thing. For other people, it's a RMT. They're abusing the system to make real world money thing. For other people, it's like a power structure. Like they want to feel like they're better than somebody else type of thing. I don't know. It's all over the mark, all over the place. Like Genebu is definitely a power / RMT thing, and Belton it's an ego thing, I think. But I don't know. It's all over the mark, all over the place, I'd say. Okay, where do we want to go? Should we start going north? I will find another citadel. Eventually. Mark my words. I heard Genevieve made 100k a month. I have no idea if that's true or not. No clue if that's true or not.
Time to profane another temple.
TFT ban incoming? Yeah. Ban me from the Discord I'm not a part of. Ooh, oh no, I'm so scared. This guy wanted the Mystic Jewel. This one, I think. That is not where I meant to put that. How big of a dream upgrade is Dream Fragments? It's a tank upgrade.
In my sights.
It gives you a way to deal with chill and freeze. It's nice. If you can afford it, fantastic. If you can't, it's not the end of the world. I think you technically lose damage with Dream Fragments, but it just solves freeze and chill, which is just nice to deal with those ailments. That's a nice place for your divs if you're trying to avoid the hack. The old protected spot. What's the trade command to search for time loss jewels? For time loss jewels, you literally have to go to PoE2DB. You have to look up the mod name. And you can only do it for like magic jewels. It's super scuffed. I got my dream from Seer? Why are you saying L, dude? If you got a dream fragments from Seer, freaking be happy, man. That's a win. That there is a win. I hope they fix trade. There's a lot missing. Yep. No, it's definitely stuff that they need to add support for. For trade, I think the biggest issues are time loss jewels. But there's other stuff too. Time loss is just the most obvious one I can think of right now because I've been looking at time loss jewels today. There might be other issues with trade too. Anyone else getting a little hopeful? This might be cooked. I'm getting hopeful they might cave to the instant buyout. I want to dream. I want to be a dreamer. I want to dream that they're gonna cave to the instant buyout. What's that? So, for the longest time, GG's been of the belief you need to have player interaction with trade. It's a good thing. And more recently, in Settlers League, they gave us the currency exchange, right? It's how we can instantly buy and sell currency, but we can't do it for items. I'm coping that with the new amount of people coming in and being like, what the hell is this trade system? That maybe the complaints will be loud enough and GG might cave on it. Like, surely there's GGG devs that are playing and they're encountering this new form of trade IQ that goes, oh no, somebody messaged me for my item. I better not sell it. Like, hopefully Mark has been gaming, playing PoE 2 all during his break, and he's had to deal with these idiots who have their item listed for 2 weeks, get messaged, and then relist. Hopefully he's dealing with these guys, and he's realizing, you know what? Not worth it. It's time we do it. You know? Because that's how we got the currency exchange. Okay? You had to spam like 20 people to buy a fragment or something. Hopefully, the level of cancer that currently the trade is with people and their cooked takes of relisting items that they've had listed for forever. Hopefully, it makes a difference. You're coping hard? Oh, I'm coping super hard. But I can believe. I can believe all I want. The worst that can happen is it doesn't happen. But I'm gonna go to bed at night and I'm gonna think it's possible. And I'm gonna dream happy thoughts. I think the reason is the casual lister's item too low and get 1,000 messages instantly gives them a chance to look up the worth and relist the item. They've never mentioned that though when they've talked about it. Usually when this topic has come up, when people have been like, fix the trade, usually their argument is like player interaction or something. They've already messed up with the currency auto trade in PoE2. Let them fix it. Then we can hope for insta trades. What's wrong with the currency trade in PoE2? It works exactly like it did in PoE1, I think. The instant trade with the currency exchange works fantastic, I think. Is there like some issues with it that I'm not aware of? Educate me, please. Educate me. The problem with the auto buyout is people would put up thousands of garbage items in 1x tabs. Isn't that what people already do? And why would that be problematic? Are you just talking in terms of like, it would be a technical issue of like everybody buying quad tabs of quad tabs of quad tabs type of thing? It would destroy the trade set. Yeah, so you're thinking a technical issue, right? I'd be happy when I list my 2-div item for 2 Alex with instant bot. But that would be on you? Yeah, I mean, that's a skill issue there, right? Surely you'd prefer that being a possibility rather than not, right? It's also people price check. Yeah, people already do that, right? People already have quad tabs they chuck all their junk into. And then they go, oh no, somebody messaged me for this item. I better relist. That's like part of the current situation. I have my dump bags for 10x and people filter all my rares. I would not like instant buyout. Oh my word, you're literally the problem. Stop it. Stop it. Stop being. So you're saying you get message for your 10x item and you're like, oh. So you're the guy that like, you have your item, somebody messages you for you, you take it out, and then you go price check it. You freaking. Somebody wants this? Better not sell it. Yes, exactly. You guys are literally the problem. You are the definition of the problem. You're wasting everyone else's time to be a jackass. All you need to do, okay? Solve the issue. Is if you want people to price check, list it at a high value. That way you get message, you say, oh, sell it. Don't list it low and have everyone else price check for you. I use everyone else's time to price check my item instead of pricing it on my own. Yeah, exactly. You're a dirtbag. I thought everybody did that. No one does that but the dirtbags. People that know what he likes. Because you're the reason trade sucks. I don't know who told people to start doing that, but stop. Stop making everyone be your price checker. Stop wasting everybody else's time. Everyone does it, Lamau. Not everyone does it. Like 5% of the player base does it, and they're ruining trade, and you're one of them. Poverty makes us become jackass? It's not about poverty. You don't make money by just listing a bunch of junk on trade. You make money by playing the game. Everyone just ignores those sellers? Typically, yeah. If you find the guy you message that then reprices their item, you just put them on ignore. And then their items don't show up on your trade search anymore. MP loves the price check for us. MP definitely does not want to price check your items. Ziz plays SF so he doesn't have to price check our items. He's lazy. Ziz is not lazy. You cannot call Ziz lazy. Because he's played SSF. What the hell is this laser beam? Stop it. Stop laser beaming me. I out of flash charges? Oh! 120 monster life? 83 Elires? What the hell am I? No wonder everything's so tanky. 83 Elires with 120 monster life. Yeah, I'll pass. I don't know what that map was. I'll pass. That was a questionable decision. Are you talking about people instant spamming with their live search? Or people that have their items a little up while and then relist? I'm talking about the people that have their items up for a while and then relist. Okay, it's one thing to put an item in that you don't know how valuable it is and you instantly get spammed. That is fine if you take that item and then reprice it, okay? You didn't know the value. Clearly somebody was trying to snipe your item. That's fine. If the item is listed for anything longer than 5 minutes and you relist your item, you're the jackass. It needs to be like an instantaneous. If you're not getting live search for your item, just sell it for the price. Don't waste everybody's time. It's not a very long period of time it takes for your item to be appropriately evaluated. Just sell your stuff and move on. Yeah. That's what I'm doing, so I'm not. Yeah, okay. If you just have it in the tab, you get spam for it right away when you put it in there. That is fine if you relist it. Because basically you're getting price checked by a live search or whatever. That's fine. That's whatever it is. But if you have your tab of 10x items and the item's been in there for 10 minutes and you get message for it and you don't sell it, then you are. Okay, do you understand the difference? Hopefully I'm making some sense. Just want to understand. It's just a matter of oh, what's it called? Just because somebody messages you does not mean your item is underlisted. It might be appropriately priced. And just sell it and move on. If you play the relist, because most of the time I'm encountering it, I'm encountering it where I message a guy who has an item list that was listed an hour ago, 2 hours ago, 2 days ago. I've had people who have items that have been listed 2 weeks ago, and they unironically say, "Sorry, mispriced." Like, dude, no one bought it for 2 weeks. It wasn't mispriced. It was in a bin full of garbage that nobody had cared about, and I just happened to. It had the niche stat I needed to fix my res, you little... You know what I mean? It's like one of those situations. All right, what am I doing right now? Oh, I wanted to see about... Since we sold the bonus quiver mod... I kind of want to try to see... What Widow Hail could I get for a more reasonable price? What would it have to be? It would have to be a Widow Hail of like... $295 more reasonable? I definitely don't want to play 30 Divines. Oh no, somebody put Fizz on their Widow Hail. 15 Divines for $295. How much for just like $290? Some people think an instant message means it's underpriced, which is not always true. That could be true as well for highly volatile items. Like for example, let's do an example. Ingenuity Belt. Ingenuity Belt's a super sought after item. There are a gajillion of those things being bought on a regular basis for people that are putting them in their build. You could match the lowest price, get a message very quickly, and you're selling it at what the price is for the item, basically. Stuff that's highly volatile like that, where there's a ton of buyers coming in and out. $290 for 90. Okay, so it's not much different. This guy has Spirit on his with Recover Life on Kill. That's kind of neat. Being a little bit fancy with it. $292 for 60%. Yeah, $295. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. If I got a magic jewel with 13. It'd have to be a 14. I think it would have to be a 14. I think it would have to be a magic jewel with 14 for it to work out for us. We sold the jewel for 12. Mana recovery, shock ignite, duration, amount leech, days build up, attack speed. I don't know. I almost want to divine it myself. Hey Gavinu, how you doing, man? Glad to see you. People actually buying corrupted uniques without socketing for multiple divines? Yeah. I mean, the 300% rolls 15 divines without the 2 sockets, or 30 divines with the 2 sockets. So makes some sense, right? A little bit. Try to see if there's any with stats I care about. Actually, I should do it this way. Let's do a count of 1. Crit for attacks. Crit bonus damage. Crit attack bonus damage. What's this guy want? For 5.7k mana pool, is 800 mana regen considered low? Thinking to drop my ES node? 5.7 with 800 mana regen does sound low. I think that's more of, it's less of a passive tree thing, and that's more of you probably don't have good mana regen right on your rings, would be my guess. Am I getting a Giga Millionaire yet, Alweezy? No, I'm not. I'm working though on it. Flask gain charge for 1 divine. Try this one. Working on rarity? Okay, well that's why you have bricked battery gen, dude. That's why you have bricked battery gen, is because you're working on rarity.
This key could come in handy.
Is there a time jewel for bow effectiveness? There's a time loss node for bow effectiveness that is it's notable though. It's not small passive, so it's not as strong. It doesn't have quite the multiplier on it. Okay. I'm gonna regret this. Alright, I'm not gonna regret this. I'm gonna get 14% first try. Alright, please. Please, Valorb, do not screw me. I am begging you. Please do not screw me. Ah! Why? No! No! Stupid Valorb. Always stabbing me in the back every time. Freaking treason. Treason, I say. Alright, 4 divines. Am I buying this for 4 divines? Should I whittle this chest? That's up to you. You got really good perfect prefixes, right? That's up to you. Queen of Forest mean you don't need movement speed on boots? Correct. Movement speed on boots does nothing on Queen of Forest. Oh, I'm gonna turn the 12D I had in 1 jewel and turn it into 0D, aren't I? What's the roll range of this? It's a 1 in 5 to hit. That was the worst thing that could happen. Thank you. Thank you for taking note of my misfortune. I'm glad you noticed. You think it's a waste to socket at all res on Invictus? If you need the res, you need the res. I mean, if you're not capped, probably not the ideal place to use it, but if it works, it works. These get too expensive too fast. What affix would happen if I use whittling? You have to look it up, dude. I don't know. My guess is maybe the life regen, maybe the poison, maybe the cold res. I don't know. You're gonna have to look it up. I don't know. It depends on the item level of the affix. I don't know what item level is required for 61 spirit or ES, or you'd have to look it up. It's based on the level of affix, essentially. This jewel is 1 divine regardless. No shot. There's a 50x jewel just sitting? Come on, please be real. Please be real, that'd be perfect. That's exactly what I need. Holy. Listed, let's see, 3 hours ago. I don't think he's responding. Have you ever encountered finishing a layer nothing dropping? I have not, but your filter might be hiding it. BRB, I'm relisting. Shut your mouth right now. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, so that guy is probably not selling. We have to accept that. Oh, I really don't want to divine a bad stat. Ooh, I could do mana flash charges gained. Let's do that. That seems not bad. He isn't responding because I bought the jewel already. I think he isn't responding because he's a price fixer. That's my personal theory. This guy isn't responding because his grandmother just died and he can't possibly respond. He's a Stormweaver. The hell is he doing? Yo, hey man. I messaged you for your jewel. Gonna sell that or not? I'm looking at you. Okay, so that guy's also not responding. He's walking the dog. He's getting snacks. Guys, don't make excuses for them, okay? Don't make excuses for them. Trade. Yeah, we can only hope. We can only hope that Mark is dealing with the same issue right now. He's dealing with the same problem. Is there a spark lance filter? I just use the CDR filter. There's a link to it in the FAQ at the bottom of the guide. Oh my word. I never see the notification pop up on console. All right. Quiver, mana flask. TY. All right, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. He traded it except I gotta be honest, I didn't even notice. I don't see the notification on console controller UI. All right. We need 14%. Oh, 13% is pretty good. Could I get a 296? Maybe I could just get a 296. And then 13 is good enough. What do you guys think? 296? Why are they all like this? 29 divides! Is that really the difference? Come on, please. Alright, I better buy this guys for 15 divides before the price changes. Alright. We just need to hit a 14 or higher. That's all we need to do. Well, thank you for the wonderful Sork build. I'm glad you like it. All right. 295 acquired. Okay. Now, I just need a 14% corruption. What can I sell the 285 for, by the way? $285 we could sell for 10D, 90, fair enough. Widowhail, I like elemental damage with attacks, but you can do other stats as well. Crit bonus would be decent. Console Andy? I'm not a console Andy. I am a controller enjoyer.
Hello.
Okay? I don't like it for this, what I'm doing right now, which is like interacting with trade. Alright, this is gonna be painful. I might regret everything. Okay, we just need to hit 14%. We just need to hit 14%, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hate this so much. 10. Oh, please let it stop. It's a 1 in 5. Ah! Oh, thank goodness. Whew. Dude, I don't want to divine jewels anymore. I don't want to divine jewels anymore. Nope. All right, yep. Yep, that's a breakpoint. Okay. Oh. Rewarded? Lucky? Always luck. What are you guys smoking? How is your takeaway that I was lucky? I was double over average on divining after bricking my first jewel. What kind of math are you guys running? Was AFK. Do you still want it? Nah, I got. Sorry. I get that. I bet that guy's jewel wasn't cursed like the one I used. His jewel probably wasn't cursed. It probably wasn't cursed. You know what the internal cooldown of Fire of the Storm is? Nope. No clue. Alright. I'm gonna not think about how much we spent. That way I will sleep better at night. It's just better to not think about it. Decrease prices, decrease prices, decrease all the random prices of things. Do you think that Widowhill interaction with the Concoction will be gone? I mean, I played it since almost beginning, and I'm kind of scared to invest a lot of the bill as I do not have any backup character. Widow Concoction interaction. Widowhill Concoction. The only thing that is working inappropriately as far as I believe is the percent bow damage applying. Projectile skills, it's a projectile skill. Crit chance for attacks, attack speed, all that stuff should apply regardless. There's nothing on Concoction that says you need to be unarmed. There's nothing like that. So if that's what you're expecting, then I don't think that's true. How do you get damage on Widowhail without Concoction without Widowhail? You use a bow with proj levels, an quiver with proj levels. But that's the same thing. They can make notes say damage while wielding. Or they could clarify that increases and reductions to the weapon type you're holding apply to the Concoction. For all we know, it's supposed to be that way. I don't freaking know. That's the 10% chance it's not bugged. I think it probably just, the bow damage on the quiver mod is not supposed to apply, but who really knows?
Shall we?
If I wasn't a random, I'd do that, but I've been grinding so hard the divs I've gotten. Margie's way deeper. Do what? Miss a lot. Pillar, it doesn't gain damage for Pillar of the Cage God. Yeah. Which is what you would expect, right? Which is part of the reason I think the... Dude, what the hell did I put on the expedition mobs? I have absolutely no idea. Dude, I need to stop doing Big Bomb without reading. I should read what it says. Those guys are taking 0 damage. Did I do Immune Fire? I might have done Immune Fire. I have no idea. Is Expedition worth running? I'm literally just doing it to see if I roll a logbook. And if I roll a logbook, I open it, and if there is a boss, I run it. If there isn't, I leave. That's the only reason I'm cleaning the expeditions. Although I really need to like read the mods I'm doing, because those guys are taking literally like 0 damage. So I think I clicked Immune to Fire and didn't realize it. Divining Ingenuity? You should absolutely Divine Ingenuity if you're using the belt in your build.
That's quite nice.
Get at least a 70% roll. That's a 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 chance of happening when you click Divine Orb on it. Definitely worth it, I would say. What level can you get Audience of the King? I've heard as low as T12 maps. I can confirm for sure you could get them in T14s though. I personally have done that. Am I luck it'll be a 1 in 50? It'd be very hard to go 50 Divine Orbs without hitting at least 70%. Very, very hard. The strangest drop I've had so far is a perfect jeweler in a level 10. You're saying you dropped a perfect jeweler as a level 10 character? That is wild. Am I ever gonna rock minions? I was about to with the Jebeli Legionnaire until the Jebeli Legionnaire. Well, until the minions were just terrible. The AI. Like, their mechanics, their power level, fine. AI, garbage, super bad. Like, abysmally annoying. Stuck on doors. They die. They disappear if you walk too far away from them. Bad. T10 Waystone? Oh, that's not that weird. I couldn't play DD because of the minion AI? Yeah, Oscar, that sounds about right.
Barely broke a sweat.
That sounds about right. AI cooked. The dying when you go off screen is so bad, yeah. It used to be you walk far enough away, they convocate automatically to you. That's what it is in PoE 1. In PoE 2, you walk far enough away, they are all dead, and it starts their 7-second, 9-year-long revive timer. It's pretty out there. How do you get the int required for the build? I have int on like all my travel passives and wherever I can on gear. I found a perfect jeweler's in a T1, I sold it instantly. I think that's a smart thing to do. It's pretty high value. It's pretty high value. Do minions body block? They body block each other, which bricks their AI. I think you can walk through them, but if you're playing in a party, your party members cannot walk through them. It's super scuffed. Narrow hallways, yeah, any sort of doorway, hallway, anything they can get stuck on each other. Ooh, well, chance that. Playing minions is basically pretending to be a raid leader in WoW. The minions are about as smart as WoW raiders too. It's really gives you the immersive experience, right? Why not just give them friendly phasing? That's probably what they'll end up doing. I think there's a large amount of things where GGG said, okay, we're gonna start it this way to see if we can get away with it, rather than go what might be the common consensus of the right solution. I think this is all over the game of things where they want to start it out a certain way because they'll never get to test how it actually plays if they start it out not that way. I don't know if I'm making sense. But I think they're doing this for a lot of things.
Don't mind if I do.
I hope they remove big pushy characters too. I'm okay with like the big monsters doing it. I'm not okay with monsters my size doing it. Like every time I do delirium maps, every time that those guys have those like 2-second window where they're invulnerable and they just get to push you around, like that stuff, no shot. But like a big boss, I'm more open to it. Delirium's hella annoying. Yeah, the delirium is obnoxious. They're literally my same size. For whatever reason, they're invulnerable for like 2 seconds, and I just get to get shoved back half a screen while they push me, and I can't do anything to them. Have you seen the leak about corpses in towers, which show you the way the next citadel is going to be? I don't know. Is that true? I thought that was like a tinfoil hat theory thing. I don't know how much merit there is to it. I never tested that. I have no idea if that's actually real or not.
Such ancient power.
You reload the tower, the corpses point differently? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's the tinfoil hattie. Coincidental at best type of thing. Oh my word, that almost one-shot me. Random little chaos explosion. The life of a non-CI character. Filled with fear. It's messed up, man. It's a messed up place. DM tested it for hours. He proved it was bunk. Yeah, I don't know. It seems pretty out there to me. I think it's coincidental at best. Like, I also think of it as like, ultimately, what do you need to do to find citadels? You need to just pick a direction and start going that direction. And if they're following that theory, that's pretty much what they're doing. They're just picking a direction and going that direction, right? So they're just doing that anyways. What do you think about, instead of doing lightning conduit, you could use warp for clear? That might work fine. I don't know, try it out, Ronald. That might work out.
In my sights.
There was another video that was actually pretty good on citadels. They said avoiding bodies of water increases your chances because the citadel tile set just doesn't spawn on coasts or water. You know, that makes sense. I could see that. Well, does it though? I feel like I might have found one that was next to water. I have a citadel on water. Yeah, I feel like I found one on water. Okay, but the thing is, it still makes some level of sense because water, you don't have nodes generate on water. So if you just look at it from a density perspective, a tile set with like a bunch of land will generate more nodes and thus have more chances to be a citadel, right? Maybe if it works that way. I have a citadel of water on two sides. Yeah, I think I have one on water too. I think that's a case of maybe being right for the wrong reasons. Because it does make sense to me. If you're away from water, you're gonna find more nodes, and more nodes probably means more likelihood to generate a citadel node. So what I'm hearing is no one knows anything. Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. I have a good feeling about tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be my last day coughing. Surely. I'm treating them like delve bosses. They show up when they feel like it. I think that's the best analogy, yeah. Honestly, I kind of just view the whole system they have. To me, it's just delve. It's delve, but horizontal. Like, it's a network of nodes connected that expand out infinitely, right? Like, it's literally delve. To me, that's what it looks like.
Local, come here.
It's worse to delve because I can't use my Sulfite Bear MTX. Okay, calm down. You're fine. My damage above 500k? I don't know what my DPS is. My tooltip is not above 500k. My actual damage, I think, is definitely above 500k. I don't know what it actually is, though.
Weak, too slow.
We're just chilling. We're on like a 5-link with clear setup right now. When's Zana coming back? Hopefully soon, TM. Yeah, let's check our map. Just for reference sake. I'm pretty sure I have a citadel back here. Which is on... Wait, what the heck? How do you fix this? You just reopen it? Okay, well, I would show you, but I thought I had a citadel back this way. Do I shortcut to home? Does that fix it? Do relog? Okay, we'll relog. Love your filter, Snowy? It's not my filter, it's CDR's filter. Am I gonna make a video on this character? Yes, I am. How are you fast? Queen of the Forest. Queen of the Forest gives movement speed per evasion. We have a lot of evasion. Our character has what? We don't have any stacks built up, but with Wind Dancer stacks, we're at effectively 85 movement speed and 37,000 evasion currently. All right, where was I? Yeah, see? Copper Citadel, water. Yeah, so you could definitely spawn it next to water. But... Oh, and this is next to water too. Look at that. Water. So, there you go. The facts don't lie. Lots of mine in your water? Yeah, yo, yeah, exactly. Maybe the idea is we should stay next to the water. I'm just following corrupted towers. How do you know if the tower's corrupted? Bigger and red. Like this. This one up here is corrupted. So should I be going towards this stuff instead of up here? Controller gets to zoom out further. Yeah, you guys jealous? PC players, you guys like to make fun of my stash management. Freaking look at this. You see that? You see it? Yeah, freaking suck it. Suck it. Mouse and keyboard players. You wish you could do this. This is the guy she told you not to worry about. I know exactly what I know you guys, you're thinking about it right now. You're thinking about it. Yeah, I'm on PC, guys, but I have a controller. You get access to this power with controller UI. Ban this filth. Time for me to order a controller from Amazon. There are perks, guys. There are perks. Big downside, inventory management. Big upside, the zoom. The zoom factor. Bug abusers. Hey. How about you watch your accusations? Okay, that's a little out there, don't you think?
Hello there.
Or wish I could use controller with the PC UI. The PC UI with controller. Unfortunately, I don't think that's possible yet. The technology isn't there. Maybe when they add the hot swap. That might be a thing when they add the hot swap. Why is this guy taking no damage? There we go. Dude, I need to get rings with mana. My mana sustain is so abysmal with this current setup. I really want to proc more Eye of Winters and get my crit going. Missing so much crit with our terrible mana sustain. I love when I find a Citadel there's no connections to it. Can't say I've had that happen yet to me, but I've only found like 4 Citadels total, so... I like your guys' theory about the corruption, though. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start following corruption around. Take your guys' advice. Tower corruption's the way? Yeah, that sounds legit to me. That actually kind of like makes sense with the whole thematics of it, right? No lance cam today? Sorry, I was on desktop capture. I don't have the camera set up for desktop capture. Corruption's random as well, not connected to Citadels. Let me believe in something, okay? If I want to cope, I'm gonna cope. Okay? So how about you take a step back, sir? How are you aiming with the controller? It's auto aim. With flash skills, it's pretty bad. Because with flash skills, the controller likes to aim at enemies not near me. With Spark, it doesn't matter because Spark hits everything on screen. It's still, honestly, this is still probably better than if I was playing on mouse and keyboard. Like, I've played Flash Concoction skills on mouse and keyboard before, and I really didn't like it. Because of the aiming of it. This is like, having it get auto aim and just press the trigger is pretty chill. Would you take a step forward 2 hops this time? I'll see what I can do, Connor. I'll see what I can do. How much mana are you up to, Connor? What's the number? What's the number? How much mana? Where's the cam? Hidden. I don't want you guys to look at me in my weakened, frail state. Can you hit that with a Val real quick before I buy? if I val this and it hits, you pay double. Deal? Who's this guy think he is? Huh? He says okay. All right. Come. All right. He wants this jewel here, which is ES and crit. How do I link him the jewel? I don't know how to link him the jewel with Xbox controller. How do you link things with an Xbox controller? Don't know how to link with Xbox controller, but am hitting Val now. All right, no brick. Ah, why? This is so rigged. Wait, I have a better one. I have a better one. Wait, do you specifically need crit damage, or does spell crit work? I have a better rolled one. I just wanted you to brick. Oh, get the hell out of my sight. Get out of here. I just wanted to see you. This is messed up. I'm being targeted.
Nowhere to run.
This is so rigged. That was a perfectly good jewel that just got ruined by that guy. He doesn't even feel remorseful at all.
Too slow.
Perfect use of company finances. I will never financially recover. Just got it completely outplayed. That's the last time I make a deal with the devil. Okay, that's the last time. You ever run out of flash charges? Yes. Very rarely now, but as your damage goes up, you run out of flash charges less and less. We just added a bit more flash charge gain to the build with our most recent jewel. We have a jewel with mana flash charge gain increase, as well as the more flash charge gen mod on Pathfinder. Didn't take much to convince Lance to gamble. Yeah, I relapsed like instantaneously. Without a second thought. Instantaneous relapse. I can't help myself. Throw at the enemies right next to you! Stop! Okay, that is an example of controller aiming being bad. Did you see that? I had 40 guys around me. I couldn't move. What is he throwing? This is another example. What is he throwing at? There's a dude right next to me. What am I aiming at? For real, like what? Oh my word. That's a good example. There's a bit of brick targeting with controller UI sometimes. Can you really call it a relapse if you never stopped? Yes, I can call it a relapse.
Barely broke a sweat.
My guy will shoot a tiny mob behind me instead of the boss in front of me. Yeah. My biggest problem, I wish it was just shoot the closest enemy, but it's like, it seems like it's just kind of arbitrary. Like, it seems like it's like, oh, I see an enemy a mile away, let me throw orbs at that. Which is rough for Concoction, because Concoction has like, you know, it's kind of slow, right? It takes a bit of time for it to travel the distance. So it's like you're just waiting. You're just waiting for the Concoction to finally land and hit the enemy, right? Maybe the quiver's good. Nope, trash. Maybe it's the oldest entity on screen. I have no idea how it chooses its targeting. It seems very arbitrary as far as I can tell. Literally no clue. I got 4 raw divs. Yo, congrats, man. Pretty good haul. I can't believe that guy goaded me into breaking perfectly good items. It was outplayed. You just found another citadel on the water? Maybe I too will find a citadel on the water. Does anyone know what happens if you complete all the map nodes? Can you no longer map? If you have a limited number of map nodes, currently, I believe well, number one, it's just a bug, right? It's a bug if it's supposed to be that you can just keep going out infinitely. But their algorithm wasn't perfectly set up, so there's instances where people are finding generations where their entire atlas breaks. So that's just one of many bugs that needs to get patched, essentially. You should never be able to run out of maps to run.
Quick and lethal.
So I'm unlucky? Yeah, pretty much. If you have completed literally every map node you have, and you can expand out further, you got screwed. If you run out of maps, get help? Yeah. Hey! Looky there, guys. We did it! We found another citadel! Well, look at that! They do exist. Iron Citadel. By the way, Lance, if the fix the bow damage quiver, there's an increased corruption quiver. There is? You can get that on quivers? This occurs on quivers? This enchant does? This corruption? Oh my word, it does. Holy! Projectile skills. Neat. The corrupted tower you were talking about? This thing, you can't see it, but this tower lookout has like extra like red tanglies on it. That's a corrupted tower, I think. The new Citadel tech is run really high waystone percent. It makes fragments drop. Wait, really? So the fragments tied to the waystone chance is not tied to quant? I got 4 fragments earlier. Interesting. I thought it was tied to quant, so I was trying to run maps with quant. I've gotten multiple 3 or 4s. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. No, I was not aware of that. Neat. Absolutely neat. It's like +1 from every 500%. That's good to know.
Nowhere to run.
I don't know if I trust this character enough to do a Citadel yet. That's so nice to be the default. It is really nice how far we can zoom out with the controller.
Too weak, too slow.
Are the fragments still worth a lot? I think at one point, I want to say the copper or one of the fragments, I don't know which one it is, fragmented maybe. I can't remember. One of the fragments was like 2.5 divines. Sand Citadel is 10D per. Faded is what it was called. Faded. 10D per fragment? No, there's no way it's that expensive. Copper fragment is 2D now. Okay, okay. And the other ones are just like 50x or something, like half a D. Or they went up or down from that. I know they were 50x last time I... Mac players could zoom out so far they can see the solar system. What kind of Mac? What are you talking? Mac players? That's not a real thing. Shut up. You just made that up. This propaganda was brought to you by the Mac Mafia. How is this guy keeping up with me? All right, which boss is this? Is this Lachlan? No, this is like Draven, I think. All right, let's see how we do.
You will never leave this place.
Not have our 6th link, and we're on a clear link setup.
My love, I call to you.
Fine.
Foul intruder.
Maybe we do this level just fine. Why'd you go Fire Conk over the over? I know Peaconk has already been showcased a bunch, but I haven't seen anything in the others. Why to go fire conch? Mainly, I rolled a fire flower and I was looking for fire skills to use it with. That was the primary initial thing that happened. Since then, I'm trying to scale into some decent ignite damage, which I don't know. Ignite just might just be bad, might be okay. I'm trying it out. See where it goes. Gonna be Overlord Citadels Day? Yeah, we might try. Holy! Can I stop clicking the freaking portals? Oh. At least I have the zoom. At least I have the zoom. I might get wrecked when I try to portal, but at least I have the zoom. I'm pretty sure Dishonor Tattoo 100% increased damage taken when a low life and Sanctum is active while running CI. I thought it would be a free affliction. Correct. CI is bugged. You are currently considered both low life and full life when you click CI. It's a bug.
I'd sooner die than let myself be taken prisoner again.
The only thing I see people using Fire Flower for is for cast on Death Minion Comet. You could use it on literally any fire skill, basically. Anything that you need the gem levels for. As for the cast on minion death thing, that's based on SRS death, right? That is 100% bugged. Right? If they're using SRS, because it literally says reviving minion, and then they changed all the tags on the minion skills to, like, SRS is not a reviving minion, basically. People are using it still. I wonder if people will freak out when that gets patched. Like, what? But GGG, what the hell? I thought I was allowed to get 50 comet casts per second. How could you do this to me? They die almost instantly after summon with Fire Flower plus a support gem. It's not about them dying. It's about the fact the cast on minion gem says specifically reviving minion. So here, I'll show you. Cast on minion. This thing right here. It says blah 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 blah. Where is it? Gain base energy when minions killed, modifying the minion's power for energy gained. Wait, did they change it? They must have changed it again then. I stand corrected. It's on sacrifice. It was on cast on minion death too. They changed it. Initially, we were planning on using cast on minion death as for one of our, with SRS as a way to generate mana with mana remnants or something like that. But I thought there was a line that was reviving minion here, but I guess they changed it. They changed it when they added the minion power reworked energy gain. Okay. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Well, they're gonna have to change it back probably. I thought they were intentionally. I thought they were like, yo, this is clearly an abuse case if we let it work with SRS. I thought that's why the whole reason they had the reviving minion tag thing. But then if they just changed it to be like it works with non-reviving minions, then I guess freaking whatever. Yeah, sure. Grim Feast is reviving only, and they fixed that. I'm pretty confident Minion Death 1 also specified reviving Minion. Previously. I don't know when they changed it. I know when I looked at it was a bit before the launch. So in between when I looked at it, like the day before the launch or the day of the launch, they changed it.
An easy trophy.
It's whatever this ritual is, dude. I cannot get my character to, like, not target the random purple cloud. Every time we're in this ritual, my dude tries to target the purple cloud. Some pre-launch data was really old. I'm going off of the stuff that got data mined, not the stuff based on the June playtest or the January playtest or November playtest. I'm talking the stuff that got data mined in the patch like the day before.
Ranger, you have been sentenced to death.
Submit.
Cloud is coded as an enemy. Whatever it is, I can't get my character to stop targeting it in the ritual. I can't imagine the minion on death thing's gonna continue to work with SRS. But maybe it will. Hey, Omen of Corruption. Take one of those. Dextral Exaltation. Nah, I'll pass. Oh! A Divine Orb! Yes, I'll defer that. Hey, nice. Whoa, you can get those in Ritual? I didn't even know. I didn't know that was possible.
I shall overcome.
They got like 100 things they need to hammer. Oh, absolutely. My divine luck was transferred. I don't know.
Very nice.
People get mirrors that they can't even afford to defer. I've seen a couple of those. I've seen some Astromentises, some audiences. I should corrupt something, shouldn't I? Right?
Go on.
What should I corrupt, guys? I have an Omen of Corruption here and a Dream. I go, let's say, Mahuaddles, Corrupted, no, Search. 4 divines. And it could be worth 18. Do a Widow Hail? That is not worth an Omen of Corruption. Omen of Corruption is like 100 exalts almost, right? What if it's a 650 though? What about a 650? Only 10 divines. What does a 650 cost? If it is not corrupted. 8 divines. Ooh. It's gonna be a pass for me. 4 divines versus 8 divines. When does Queen of the Forest become worth? I think if you have like 30k evasion, it's worth. If you have 15k evasion, you basically are like, it's, if you just had movement speed boots, pretty much. So that you have to be above that by a fair margin, I'd say. Oh, I don't know if I want to corrupt the Mahoatls. Is this really what I should be doing with my finances? Just degenerately gambling them away. Oh, I have such a goal. I can't control myself. I have no self-control. What do you do to get currency? I'll show you what I do to get currency. Witness. Witness me. Witness me right now. This is how you get currency. Ow! No! Oh, why did I do that? Oh, it was a waste of 4 divines. Oh, that was a terrible decision. Oh. Never mind, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not how you do it. I forgot to quality it too. Oh, it's just embarrassing. I don't want to look at myself in the mirror. I don't like what I see. I deserve that for not qualitying. I do kind of deserve that for not qualitying. That was messed up. What kind of sick individual doesn't quality? That goes in the what to not to do category. Yeah, a little bit. I completed this map, right? Waste currency profit. Okay, that's not the takeaway, guys. That just happens to be what happened. That's not the takeaway, mind you. I should grab this one that has 400%. No, it's a T14 though. Do I give him 10? Like here says T5, T1, what's better? T1 is the lowest possible roll. Get it twisted, you will win? I don't know, man. I don't know. Should I go buy maps that have high waystone drop chance?
Nowhere to run. Too weak, too slow.
They did it to mess with PvP and Addicted Crafters. They did it to make a more uniform system. That way, when you're going from a T1 waystone to a T15, it like kind of lines up. But I don't know, man. I'm not a fan so far. It just forces you to have to go to another system. Like it forces you to go to PV2, so you know if your mod's a T1 or not, type of thing. You never know what's the best. Yeah, you literally have to like manually look it up. Know if you have a top tier stat or not. It opens up added new tiers. There's no downside to swapping the tiers. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's future proofing as well. So it has advantages. I like the old system though. I like saying 61, you know. I think right now T5 is top. Nope. Every different mod has a different roll rate or a different amount of tiers. Some mods have like 9 tiers, 10 tiers, 12 tiers, 7 tiers. It's all over the map.
In my sights. Barely broke a sweat.
That guy's really far away. Is there a limited cast speed? The limited cast speed is how much mana sustain you have. That guy is so far away. Surely that's like an underground thing, right? Why is farming a divine so addicting? Seeing the number go up. Why is it so addicting? I don't know how you can quantify that, really, to be honest. Can I search for waystone chance? I can. Ooh. How much do I want to get one shot? How much do I want to get one tapped? You just shift tiers, remove tiers. There's no backend limitations. Oh, in terms of like an array. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Maybe you could convince them to change the system back. GGG, please. Give us the old system where tier 1 was tier 1. The beauty, the majesticness of it. So we get DPS with 6.4k mana. Most likely you're missing gem levels on your spark and or missing levels on your tree, like in terms of like grabbing nodes on your tree, or your DPS items are just too weak. For example, missing cast speed on your rings, missing good DPS mods on your wand. My actual Fodok and my bow. Thanks, Fodok, dude. How you doing? All right, first time doing a Citadel on this character. We do not have a DPS set up yet. Let's see how we do. 500 Waystone chance in a dream. I like my gear. I'm not doing like personal gear assessments. Problem is, Dolgan, if I do it for you, then I do it for like 20 people, and then I'm not doing anything with progressing my character. The TLDR though is if you want to improve your tooltip, it's just a matter of improving your gear. Pick the item that you think's your weakest piece, get a better item, and then rinse and repeat. That's all there is to it. $32 pen, 700 Waystone chance. How the heck are you guys getting 1100 Waystone chance? That was a 500 roll, and it's only 800 after all the multipliers. I guess you have to hit a corruption on this thing that gives you more, right? The tablets? Oh, you're right. They do give Waystone chance, don't they? What's your current movement speed? It's about 90%. Depending on if I've evaded recently or been hit recently or whatever, right? Do you have the 50-50 affixes as well? Let me check. Double effective precursor tablets. Increased effect for each thing proccing. 25% more prefix and suffix effect. I have that. Is there another one besides that? I think we could go for this stuff. These nodes up here. Precursor effect stuff. I feel like those are good. You guys talked me out of it before to get the additional corruption, though. Do you think time lost jewels are good without adorned? Yes. It's gonna be the same idea of comparing a rare jewel to a rare time lost jewel. If you have, for example, a rare jewel that would be next to 3 notables, it would be better as a time lost jewel. The same calculus goes into it. As for the small effect nodes, are those better? I don't know. Maybe, it depends. You'd have to do some calculations yourself to assess whether it's better or not, depending on the instance. What time jewel do you think is best for Spark? For Spark? Again, that depends. It depends on the node you're putting it onto and stuff. Like if you're doing the Spark setup that has ES, small passive ES, small effect node is very good in terms of defensive scaling. Small effect adorned is bugged? Yes. It's basically adding the number on adorned to the small effect number. When we're able to charge video Sakabas into adorn bills for the extra jewel socket, I don't think that counts. Because adorn specifies jewel in your passive tree. Death Rage, have you tested adorned with Sakama's resolve?
You cannot stop us. We will take.
Or could you put your adorned in the Sakimas?
Many have tried.
Easy prey. You'll pay with your life.
Okay, we're doing fine.
Killing.
Fine. Only 2? I was robbed! GGG.
That's quite nice.
What do you mean only 2? I don't know if adorned affects the jewel in the ring. Well, the idea is you could put an adorned in the Sakimas, maybe. What was your waystone drop chance? 726. %, guarantees the 3. Dang. Well, if I get a copper citadel, then I'll try harder to get the 300%, I think. I've never seen more than 2 drop. We had a lot of people say they've gotten 3 and 4, so I don't think there's that many liars in chat. I think we got some truth tellers sharing the special tech.
Nowhere to run.
I've gotten 3 and I've never had 800 plus. Well, they're saying 800 plus guarantees it. You probably can get it without hitting the 800 plus is probably what it is, right? I have a big gamble for you if you want to do it. What's the gamble? You can like never complete this map, I think. Can I link a spreadsheet? Do I have to look at it? Do I have to read the spreadsheet? I'm not really in a read spreadsheet mood right now. It's always bug for me, yeah. Some of this, I think I've had one Citadel complete before, but a lot of times it seems like it's like this where it doesn't work for me. If people want to look at its waystone drop chance, sure, I'll permit you to link it. For those that are curious. You hit an attribute, Elirez and Warriors. Congrats, dude. You won the lottery. That's like the best hit you can get. You can't socket Adorn in Sakimas because it's diamond. Oh, it specifies like Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, doesn't it, for the res? I'm gonna buy one for you to gamble. No, I'll pass. I'll pass. You can gamble without me. I'll pass. I'm not too. I'll pass. Yeah. For the time being.
How can I help?
Ancient fragment. Adorned on Sakimas would be insane. Would it even be that good though? +1 jewel socket. Is that going to be worth using the... +20 attribute rarity and +60 of a specific res? With the belt boosting it, would it work that way? You guys want me to test it? I don't think it works. If it worked, it'd be great for minions. Surely people have tested it. I don't think it works. I'll buy one and check though. Because I am curious. Guys, AFK. Did you figure out if overalls works with CI? I believe the answer to that is no. We tested it when we dropped the flask. It did not appear to work. Got some dude to respond. Alright, use sustaining flash charge with ingenuity. I have Pathfinder flask node. Cannot access area. Okay. This guy's worried about the schemazzers, I think. He has it so people can't join his hideout. Alright. Let's go grab a jewel. Sapphire jewel. Wait. Did I just lose my jewel? Can I not unsocket that? No! Screw you guys! Oh! I socketed a good jewel! No. You little rats! You tricked me! Why would you do this? You can unsocket it? Is it a controller issue? Please tell me it's a controller issue, please. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Okay. I was like, that's one of my best jewels. Chaos res crit. Okay. All right. Anyways. So if we check our character, let's just go like this. Let's look at this the tooltip on this thing. Crit chance is here. If it's 15% of 5%, it'll give roughly 0.75 crit, right? Which is exactly how much it gives. Which is meaning this is not getting scaled by ingenuity, and it's not getting scaled by adorned. Neither of those things are scaling this jewel. It's giving exactly 15%, which is how much it does at baseline with no scaling. So we can confirm there is no interaction with Sakima's ingenuity and adorned. Unlucky, not bugged. Dang it, JJJ! Since when do we start coding things correctly? Almost had it. We almost had another freebie power spike. Hey, do you know how much elemental damage with attack cores and weapon swap matter? I got a 300 Widow Hail with wrong runes in them, but I'm debating going lower if the cores matter. It's 60% increased damage. That's a sizable amount. The most important thing on your Widow Hail is if you're getting the breakpoint to get to the next gem level. So, for example, I'm at 295. With this jewel, I'm getting 25% flask or quiver effect. And with these nodes, I'm getting 80%. So at 295, I hit the breakpoint to get 400%, which gives me the next gem level. So you kind of want to ride that line of if you're hitting the gem level or not. Is crit chance on spell equivalent to DPS increase to increase damage? It depends. Depends on how much of each respective stat you have. How much crit bonus you have. There's not a one size fit all. As a random, just tentative answer, I would probably recommend going for percent damage before going for percent crit chance for spells, but I don't know how many sources. It just depends on how much sources of increased crit you already have, how much sources of increased crit bonus damage you already have, how much sources of increased damage you already have. It's a math equation. Okay. I'm kind of tired. Honestly, that Citadel went pretty well. Our damage is actually feeling pretty good. I think we're gonna call it for today. Kind of a short stream. I'm sorry about starting late on stream, guys. I kind of took forever doing the time loss video. I spent, I kid you not, like 3 hours trying to make this jewel. So that's kind of on me. I bricked it 3 times in a row prior to finally making it. So apologize for the shorter stream. Started way too late, and that's on me. Tomorrow, we're gonna non-stop lock in. We're gonna hit like 95 easily, and we're gonna do some actual like endgame testing. And maybe tomorrow I'll make a video on the setup of the character and what we're doing. Get well soon. Yeah, I'm losing hard to this sickness, so hopefully we can start winning. What time? It'd probably be, oh, actually, now that I think about it, tomorrow, it'll be a bit later in the morning. Not in the morning, it'll be in the afternoon, actually, tomorrow. Do stuff with family, mornings on Sunday, and afternoon. Why do you keep them blue? Keep what blue? Oh, adorned. Adorned is, it gives you a big multiplier in a jewel, but the caveat is it has to be a magic jewel. So it cuts the power in half of the jewel because it says you can only have 2 mods instead of 4, and then it doubles the power of those 2 mods. And so the more desirable mods are more powerful than the other. It's just a very powerful thing for min-maxing, basically. All right, anyways, we're gonna call it for the night. Let's see who's streaming, who's online. Sushi, Fubgun, DM, Ben, Connor. I'm gonna send you guys to... Let's go to Connor. See what he's up to. Connor's working on a quest to get to 20,000 mana with the Gemini Legionnaire, which is a pretty cool project. And oh, I think he can do it. I think he'll get there. I'm a believer. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your evenings. Peace out, guys.